Well, hello again, welcome back to the channel. Mez here, and today we're going to continue our series looking at the default subs, and today we're looking at the Typhon class submarine, which again is one of the big, well, it's not a beginner sub actually, I tell a lie, it's more of an intermediate sub. Let's have a quick look at it on the overlay here. So it's a bit of an ugly looking beast really, this one, and pretty big, so I'm no doubt going to get lost in this look at it. They are 11,500 to buy. Recommended crews between 4 to 9 crew members, and as I said, it's an intermediate type of sub. An important thing to recognise on this one is that its horizontal speed isn't too bad at 23 kilometers an hour, but its maximum descent is only 8 kilometers an hour, so not too fast. I haven't mentioned in other episodes, but all subs ascend at the same speed, which I suppose from a physical perspective makes all sorts of sense, and I think that's around 12. I need to double check that. So what do we got here? So we've got, it's bristling with guns, this thing. It's got 3 coil guns, sorry, 2 coil guns, 1 rail gun, 1 electrical discharge coil, and 1 depth charge tube. So it's pretty well armoured, and hence it's sort of classed as an attack class sub. So let's get into it and have a look at it. First of all, I've learned from my mistakes in the past. Let's get Tanika Pool here to would you mind turning on the engine? That'd be very kind of you, or the reactor I should say, and then we'll get some, she's that quick, then we'll get some lights in the sub for when we go down into it. Alright, let's go. So here we are on the top deck, and quite interesting this one. You come into the so I'm just trying to get my map here going. Yeah, you come into the top of it, and immediately you've got 2 rooms, one either side. So let's have a look at this. There's quite a few decks on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels. So straight away we can see that you can get out the sub this way, and what's quite nice, you've got a window looking out there as well. See if it's all clear, which I think is reasonably common. Obviously some dive gear in here, but no suits. And on this side you've got the suits, and there's 6 of them. As I mentioned, it's a pretty big sub, so that makes good sense. We won't go down that hatch just yet. We'll go down the back one first. The one at the stern, I should say, although this is probably midships. So really long ladder here. First stop we get to is actually the 3rd floor in the submarine, and there's good old Tanika manning the reactor. Thank you for that. So here's the reactor room. Just quickly go through, and we can see on the other side we've got the med bay here, which is fully kitted with the medical fabricator, so that's where the doc can hang out. Really cool. We'll go back up to the 2nd floor, and quite nicely labelled this sub as well. You can see that there's cabins, so we'll take that guitar with us. In fact, we'll do a little play. Lovely, love a bit of guitar music. Right, so there's a cabin there, and that's cool. That's where the crew can store some of their stuff. We saw the reactor room there, so we'll just keep going down. So signs pointing up to the cabins and medicals up there, and down here we've got all the fabrication material and the oxygen room. So the deconstructor, the fabricator, and the oxygen generator right there. And then up here we have an absolutely monstrous engine. Not that that's going to generate a great top speed, but certainly good from a from a perspective of moving this beast around. It would need a lot of power, and interestingly, just a little bit of storage there. So that's kind of cool. And then we'll go down the bottom here and have a quick look down here, which I think is, yeah, so this is just another way into the sub down there. Cool, okay. Moving across. So we've got more, what looks like sort of pretty messy, but just some sort of crew areas for the guys to hang out. Let's have a quick look down this ladder here. And yeah, 1 ballast tank. Quick swim. and then moving straight across, another little crew area, and down to, no doubt, another ballast tank there. And then, okay, so we're going all the way across. So we've gone across the 4th floor at the bottom here, and we can go back up the ladder on this side so we don't miss anything. But before we do, let's just close off our explore of the guts of the ship down here, and it's pretty dingy and unpleasant. Okay, so here we have the depth charges. So this one is a decoy shell, beautiful, as is that one. Excellent. All right. I think we'll have a quick look up here because I'm not sure we can get back to this the other way. So up here we've got, okay, the armory. So we've got the railgun rack there and some coil gun up action. And this is probably filled with guns and ammo. Brilliant. Okay. So already much harder to navigate. You can see why you'd need quite a few players for this. Compared to those more simple subs I've played before. But I wonder how the bots would deal with it. It might be interesting to look at that one day. So again, we've got more ammo racks here. Railgun. Oh, so this is the railgun loader, I'm sorry. And here's the railgun shells. So you can keep those topped up. And on this side, we have the a periscope, but this will be for the bottom. And I think there's only one on the bottom railgun, which is sort of center forward of the sub. So you know, the sub's pretty flat on the bottom. It still has a pretty good range, and I'm sure the bots could mess things up. But from a player perspective, you probably can't see the full length of the ship. And let's come up to the I think this is the 3rd floor here. So we've got another periscope for the rear, so the aft top coil gun, which is just behind that area where you can escape with the diving suits there out of the sub, and that's giving pretty good coverage for anyone coming out there, which is nice. And again, a good arc all the way around to the tail of the boat. Here we've got the command room, and again, just in case you haven't seen previous episodes, this is where you can launch your decoy from, or your depth charge, and this is where you can produce the electrical discharge. And as I've said in other episodes, I will do an episode on the weapons as well. We'll try and get some baddies to obliterate with those, which will be a bit of fun. And the electrical discharge, of course, as I mentioned, fires around a charge around the hull to damage, or, and there you go, there it goes there, damage or kill, hopefully, any bad guys trying to bore their way in. We've got a periscope here, which is just so the skipper can see out, have a look around. Let's keep on going up, and then we're back up to the dive suits. Now, the one thing I didn't see, and I'm going to have another look for now, is the coil gun. Oh, there it is. It's pretty dark in the corner there. The coil gun periscope. So that's the, not coil gun, I'm sorry, the rail gun, which is an absolute beast of a machine and fires sort of those torps that we looked at earlier. And that is right at the front of the boat. So there's reasonable coverage if you include the decoy and the decoy mines, or indeed depth charges. If you put them in there, and the electrical charge, you can see that this is definitely an attack vessel, albeit quite a chunky little machine, but dangerous nonetheless. Okay, that's the Typhoon in a nutshell. I hope that was useful. If it was, please drop me a like, and if you want to see more of these, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notifications when they become available. Alright, thanks guys, that's it for now. Mezzo out.